Welcome to our next Wandering Walks of Wonder adventure. Today we're headed on a journey through the picturesque streets of Petersburg, Illinois. In this tour we're going to take a step-by-step exploration of the town's historic landmarks, stunning architecture, and some of the stories that have shaped this quaint corner of the Midwest. Petersburg is a city with a rich history that dates back to the early 1800s. The city was founded in 1833 by George Warburton and Peter Lukins. These were two friends of Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln himself surveyed the town in 1835 through 1836. In 1840, many of the residents of New Salem, a nearby town and also one that I have a video on, moved to Petersburg after New Salem was abandoned. The New Salem residents were responsible for much of the growth and development of Petersburg. They planned the town and helped it to become a thriving community. In 1839, Menard County was formed from the northern part of Sangamon County. Petersburg was selected as the county seat and has been the county seat ever since. As you can see here, this is the Menard County Courthouse that's located here in downtown Petersburg. The first courthouse in Menard County was a log structure that was built in 1839. The initial courthouse served the county's legal and administrative needs, but was a basic and modest building. This courthouse that we see here today is an elegant two-story Greek Revival building that was constructed in 1858. It replaced that original courthouse. This courthouse was designed by John W. Weary, who was a local architect, and he was well known for his architectural beauty and classical designs. The Menard County Courthouse also has strong ties to Abraham Lincoln, who practiced law in the area and often visited Petersburg. Lincoln handled many cases in this courthouse, and it is said that he was familiar with its layouts and details. He also argued cases in the county's courts, which contributed to his legal career. Petersburg was a major stop on the Underground Railroad, which was a network of secret routes and safe houses used by enslaved African Americans to escape to freedom. The city was home to many abolitionists, and it was a place where fugitives could find shelter and assistance. As you can see by these late 1800 and early 1900 buildings that have been beautifully maintained here in downtown Petersburg, it was also a major center of commerce during this period. The city is located on the Sangamon River, which was a major transportation route at the time. It also was home to several factories and mills during its history. In 1909, an earthquake damaged much of the city, and a flood in 1993 did as well, but Petersburg has rebuilt after each disaster and continues to be a thriving community. The home you see here to our right is the Robert Bishop House. Bishop was an early gunsmith in town who pioneered the use of the revolving cylinder. His first gun shop was at the New Salem store that Abraham Lincoln had in New Salem. Bishop moved to Petersburg in 1836, and this home was constructed around 1845 to 1849. This building was once home to Petersburg's Cumberland Presbyterian Church. The building was dedicated November 29, 1896. It is one of the most completely equipped church buildings in the county at the time and was the result of nearly 4 months of labor by the members of the congregation to get the church ready. Another historic church here in Petersburg is the Petersburg United Methodist Church. Abraham Lincoln wasn't the area's only famous resident in Petersburg. The childhood home of noted poet Edgar Lee Masters is here at the corner of 8th and Jackson Street in Petersburg. This unassuming cottage welcomes guests throughout the year to take a look at the author's first editions, letters, and photos. His most famous work, Spoon River Anthology, draws from the places and people he encountered while living in Petersburg. Founded in 1839, Central Presbyterian Church has a rich history with its origins that date back to the time at New Salem, which was that village near Petersburg where Abraham Lincoln lived and worked for 6 years before he moved to Springfield to work as a lawyer and begin his political career. Until 1842, church members often worshiped in several locations, including the courthouse building, upstairs in a store, and a schoolhouse. This building that we see today was constructed in 1874 and was enlarged in 1916. In 1865, brothers Robert D. and David S. Frankleton organized a privately owned bank. In 1889, this brick and stone building was erected. It was chartered as the Frankleton Bank in 1912, and it then consolidated in 1929 with First National Bank of Petersburg. It now houses the Petersburg Historical Society as well as a local history museum.